What's going on, everyone? Welcome to Therapy on Two Wheels. Today I'm going to be teaching you about counter steering and why it is absolutely necessary when you're riding a motorcycle. Let's jump into it. So counter steering on a motorcycle is something that you're naturally doing most of the time. You just don't really realize it. And when you do it when you're at a stop or you're showing somebody about counter steering, it seems kind of counterintuitive of what you think. But what I'm going to show you here is that when you're turning, this is typically not going from a stop, because when you're under 10 miles per hour or so, you're really not using counter steering all that much, because at low speeds, you're really just turning the handlebar. So if I'm here and I start turning, I'm going at 10 miles per hour or so, I'm really just leaning the bike and pushing the handlebars where I want them to go. But as I get to higher speeds, so I'm going to come up here, I'm going to go on a left-hand turn. If I actually push my handlebars left, you're going to see that the bike is going to turn and it's going to dip down to the left-hand side. And that's what happens. So I'm going to use my left-hand side here. I'm just going to push a little bit and the bike leans to the left. So that's really what counter steering is if you want to go left, you push that left handlebar forward and the bike's going to lean left. So if I want to go right here, I push my handlebar right and the bike leans over to the right. And again, once you come to a stop or you're in a parking lot situation, you're really not using counter steering, because you're just turning the handlebars where you want the bike to go. So here, I'm just really turning the bike. I'm actually kind of pushing my right hand forward and it's leaning left because I'm going at slow speeds. But once you get up to higher and higher speeds, that's where counter steering comes into play. And this is really beneficial, especially if you're on curvy mountain roads or something like that, where there are very tight turns. Understanding counter steering can be really beneficial, especially if you get into a place where you realize you're running out of room or you're going a little wide on a curve. Understanding that leaning the bike is not exactly what you want to do in every single situation, or maybe you can't lean the bike anymore using your body, you're going to be pushing the handlebars to help yourself lean into that particular curve. So as I'm coming up here, I'll show you an example of that again. Looks like we got this blocked off, but I'm going to be leaning this to the right a little bit. So I'm actually going to push the handlebar with my right hand and the bike leans over to the right hand side. As I'm coming up to my left hand curve, I'm going to be putting some force into the left and the bike leans over to the left hand side. So that's really what counter steering is. Again, and you're going to be using it in situations where you're at higher speeds, you're on curvy roads, and even in just general driving or general riding like I'm doing here. So that is really everything that you need to know for counter steering. Comment down below if you have additional suggestions for newer riders to help explain what counter steering is or why you would need to use it. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell. I'll see you all in the next video.